He glances at your calendar suggestion. Jaw tightens. Then a sigh. Can't commit to Thursday. Might need to finish that project. Clipped. Final. You feel that familiar tightness in your chest as you scramble for alternatives. What about Saturday morning instead? Your voice is too cheerful, too quick. Inside, you're spinning, too needy. He's annoyed. Find a better time. Don't push. Why can't I get this right? Hours later, you're up again, staring at the connection conversations doc you made last month. It sits open on your laptop, carefully crafted prompts and discussion questions, barely used. That familiar flutter returns, hope mixed with dread. You've tried everything: scheduled quality time, date nights, the books, the quizzes, the podcasts, and always the same pattern. You reach out, he pulls back. And that voice inside whispers, "What did I mess up this time?" This is Healing into Wisdom. I'm Claire, and if you're exhausted from trying to fix what always feels just out of reach, this is for you. We're not here to talk about better communication or smarter strategies. We're here to slow down, to meet the part of you that's been trying so hard. The fixer, the planner, the one who turns loneliness into a to-do list. Not to blame it, but to listen to it clearly, maybe for the first time. And in that listening, something begins to shift. Let's pause the scramble and listen to what your body already knows. As you recall that moment, what sensations arise? Perhaps a tightness in your chest, your throat, your shoulders, or somewhere else entirely. A heaviness, a flutter. There's no need to interpret. Just notice exactly where it lives. As you stay with these sensations, thoughts or images may surface. Perhaps words or phrases arise, familiar thoughts that often appear in these moments. Now gently notice the energy behind these sensations, not their meaning, just their texture. Urgency, tension, searching, just noticing. In the quiet of late-night solitude, you feel the weight of exhaustion in your limbs, the cool desk beneath your wrists, the distant hum of the fridge downstairs. Your body, worn from trying so hard, is finally allowed to stop, to simply be. Between one breath and the next, something softens. Not the situation, just the grip it has on you loosening slightly. As you breathe, you might notice the space between each breath, the brief pause between the exhale and the inhale. In that pause, a quality of spaciousness emerges. Presence, simply being without doing. Let your attention rest in that spaciousness for a moment. This calm, centered place is your natural state, beneath the noise of worry and planning, always here, even beneath the day's concerns. How do you know you've found this centered place? You might notice a subtle shift. Perhaps your breathing deepens naturally. Shoulders drop slightly. Awareness becomes wider, less confined. Your thoughts might slow down just a bit. Take a moment to feel this centered place in your body. Where do you sense it? Perhaps in your lower belly, your chest, or throughout your whole body. How would you describe it? Steady? Grounded? Spacious? There's no right answer, only what you feel. From this grounded place, gently turn toward this energy within you, the solution seeker, always scanning, always strategizing, the one who ruminates. If you were more organized, he'd make time for you. If you just found the right approach, he wouldn't need those trips with friends. If you communicated better, he'd finally understand why connection matters. This solution seeker has been with you for years, through every template created, every carefully planned conversation, every moment you thought, maybe this time. As you observe it from your centered place, what do you notice about it? A rhythm, a familiar loop, a persistent drive? Whatever shows up, just notice. Take a moment to check. Does it feel like something you're watching or something you're still inside of? If you feel even a little bit of space between you and it, that's enough. If not, that's okay. Take a breath, feel your feet on the floor, and notice again. Now ask it gently, what are you trying to do for me? And listen, not with your thinking mind, but with your whole awareness. What response comes? It might show up as words, images, sensations, or just a knowing. Whatever it is, let it come. You might receive something like, I'm trying to find the right solution, the one that fixes your marriage. If I help you try enough approaches, maybe then I'll unlock the key, the one that makes him choose you over his projects, over his trips with friends, over everything else. Take a moment to check. Does that feel true? If not, trust what's real, not what you think should be. Then, you might gently ask, and what would happen if you didn't do this job? Again, listen with your whole awareness. What response comes? Perhaps it might answer, everything would fall apart. He would leave, or worse, stay and completely ignore you. You'd be invisible, unwanted, alone even in your own home. You might ask with genuine curiosity, how long have you been working so hard to fix this? Listen for what arises. It might answer, as long as I can remember, but especially since the marriage started to shift. I've been trying everything, new conversation strategies, better schedules, different ways to reconnect, hoping one of them would finally be the answer that brings him fully back. Notice any details about how your solution seeker actually operates. What's its process? Does it analyze past efforts, research new ideas, rehearse conversations ahead of time, track his responses afterward, looking for clues? Just observe what you learn about how it works. That sounds exhausting, you might reflect. A wave of compassion rising toward this part that's been working so hard for so long. It is, the solution seeker might say quietly. But what choice do I have? If I stop, if I let myself consider that maybe no solution exists, then what's left? You might ask gently, can you show me what you're most afraid of? What are you protecting me from feeling? Take your time here. Allow space for whatever might emerge. You might feel a sudden tightening, hesitation from the solution seeker. Then, slowly, images or sensations might begin to arise. You might get a glimpse of a hard-to-feel emotion, or perhaps a memory. Sometimes it appears as a younger version of yourself, maybe a little girl who learned to keep track of everyone else's feelings. Or it might show up differently, as a sensation of emptiness, a black cloud, or a quiet knowing the connection has felt fragile for a long time. Whatever appears, simply witness it with gentle attention. From your centered place, you might gently ask this solution seeker, would it be okay if I connected more deeply with the one you've been protecting? Notice the response. Is there openness or resistance? Maybe you feel a tension in your chest or a clear internal no. If there's resistance, honor it completely. You might hear, absolutely not. You can't handle what she feels. That pain would break you. You'd have to face it, that no strategy might ever be enough to make him truly see you. You'd have to feel the devastation of that truth. I've been protecting you this whole time by keeping hope alive. Hope that the next solution will finally fix everything. But I can't let you go there. You'd collapse completely. I have to find the solution. It's the only way. The refusal is clear. Its protective intention unmistakable. This solution seeker truly believes it's keeping you safe from a truth too painful to bear. From your centered place, you might acknowledge this devotion. I see how hard you've worked to shield me from pain. I appreciate your dedication, your tireless efforts to find solutions, the hope you keep alive when everything feels impossible. I understand you're not ready to let me connect directly with that vulnerable place yet, and I respect that. Take a moment now. Does this searching energy feel seen by your words, understood? You might notice subtle changes. Maybe there's a softening in your body, a quiet sense of connection, or just a knowing that something in you feels recognized. You might ask, would it be okay if we spent more time like this? Not to change you, not to push you aside, just to understand how you've been trying to help me all these years. Listen for its response. Is there openness to continuing this relationship? Perhaps you sense a subtle easing in your body, a small opening, or maybe a clear yes or no. If this conversation resonated with you, I invite you to share in the comments. What did you discover about your solution seeker? What qualities did you notice about it? Did anything surprise you about how it operates in your life? Your insights might help others recognize similar patterns in themselves. In the quiet moments between trying new approaches, you've begun a different kind of conversation, one with yourself. Not to fix, but to understand. Not to solve, but to witness. That knot in your stomach when everything feels like a constant guessing game, it's not your intuition malfunctioning. It's your wisdom trying to break through. That feeling of doing all the emotional heavy lifting, it's not an exaggeration. It's a truth your solution seeker has been trying to solve instead of see. This recognition doesn't change your circumstances overnight, but it changes something essential within you, the beginning of a shift from solution-seeking to self-witnessing. In our next video, we'll explore how to continue building this relationship with your solution seeker and how you might begin to connect with the tender one this energy protects. If you found value in this approach, please subscribe to continue this journey together. Before we end, I invite you to check in one last time. How is your solution seeker doing right now? Has anything shifted? Does it feel seen in a new way? Or is everything exactly the same? Whatever you're experiencing is perfectly okay. Simply noticing where you are, that's the most important step. And perhaps in time, with patient presence, you might begin to work together in a way that honors both your deep longing for connection and your equally important need for care and respect, starting with how you treat yourself.